Greetings. Welcome to my channel, Tarot Blessings 101. And today we are doing September love, energy, and life readings for, first up, Aries. So if you're new to my channel, please hit like, click subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell so you can get notifications of any time we post. You don't want to miss anything. But yeah, today is our short energy reading. Love, life, career for Aries. Okay. All my decks are pre-shuffled, but I always shuffle again. It's just a habit. I shuffle just to keep that energy fresh. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, Spirit, what's going on with Aries? Alright, Aries, you're in contemplation. You're starting. Something is expanding. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Put that up so you can see. Oops. Alright. That flew out. The overall energy is temperance. Okay, so alright. Aries, you are in the mood of expansion. You are looking at a new way of life. Especially as far as your emotions are concerned. You have the King of Cups here, alright, and you have justice. So you want some justice, but you think maybe justice is far off. Maybe justice is not near. You are in a commitment that felt more like a bind or a trauma bond. Burning with addictions, stress, strife, feeling control, right? But you're letting that go. That's why you're seeking justice. So you're all up in your feelings about whatever this bond is, whoever this person is in your life. Could be a third party situation. Someone is not honest with you, not forthcoming with you, probably gaslighting you or breadcrumbing you in a way that makes you feel attached to them. This could have been a relationship that had you feeling imbalanced. That's why you're seeking justice. And you were committed to this relationship, but you don't want it anymore because Five of Cups is here showing that you have experienced some trauma and you no longer want it. You're seeking balance. Also, hence why we have the Temperance card. So you crying over spilled milk. It's hard. These type of bonds are very hard to walk away from. These type of bonds keep you in your feelings for a long time. A lot longer than we want to be in our feelings about people and things in our lives. Yeah, that keeps us bonded to people and places and things that we should not be. We should have moved on by now, but there's attachment. So justice is coming. You are seeking your way out of it, and you've already begun the stages. Perhaps, I don't see coins here, but Spirit is telling me that you've started another bank account, or you have looked for another job out of town to get away. But you definitely, I don't know if this is going to be a divorce situation, because it could be with this justice card, but you're getting away from this bond, and you are probably crying your last tears, like you're over it. You just want healing. I can't blame you. I mean, you just want healing. You want to let it go. You want to move on. And we just came out of this Pisces new moon, the new moon in Pisces, full moon in Pisces, excuse me, which is a very heavy energy in an emotional space. It's all about clearing things away that no longer serve us and really like delving deeper into our emotions. I myself wanted to have these readings up a couple days before now, but the energy that sat with me was very like I don't want to say codependent, but or anything like that, but it really like it was almost oppressive a little bit. It was draining. Everywhere I went, everyone was drained, right? And it's almost like the way these cups have drained out. And I still have things to look forward to. I'm not upset about anything. It's just I was in a drained state. And when you are sat down by the universe, you have time to contemplate. You have time to think. And you've been thinking about this justice that you've been holding on to in your feeling, in your emotional space. But this commitment is a wrap. You can no longer commit to that. You have to move on. Spirit is saying it's time to go. You know it's time to go. And now you're ready to go. So you want healing. And the only way you're going to get that healing is to go with your first mind and expand yourself, right? So I'm going to pull the Soul's Journey card for energy. Let's get more of a read on this energy for Aries in September. Relationships. Exactly. So this whole reading is about relationships. And it says, I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Hence, moving on, right? You have decided that the relationship that you were in, this codependent energy, was unhealthy. That energy is not serving you. And again, it's not going to be simple to move on from that kind of codependent energy. But it is something that you have to consider. You have to let go. These chains on the neck are loose. You literally just pick them up over your head because they're wider than the head on the neck, and you walk away. It's a decision. It's a harsh decision because it will make you cry about it. But you can do it. There's nothing. They're not even spiky chains. Like there's nothing that you can't use your hands to pull yourself out of that. It's all mental and emotional, and you just got to come out of your feelings and take it off. You have to balance those feelings and you have to take it off. All right, what's next? Happiness. So after you remove those chains, happiness says, I'm aware that being happy means I'm on the right path. So you are, these Three of Wands energy, on the right path to better relationships with yourself first of all, and to better relationships in general. Happiness. All right. And this is in your heart space. If we're going to relate this to chakras, which we are, I am, this green represents your heart space. So that's where your happiness resides, right? And this is blue, which represents the throat chakra. And this purple represents the crown chakra. So between that purple and blue and that green, your three chakras are lining up to release you from that bondage. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Loneliness. So that Five of Cups energy, you will feel lonely at first when you make this transition because you're leaving behind everything you know as it is. But know that loneliness is temporary because you're following your happiness and it's leading you to better relationships, right? And at the bottom of the deck, we have perseverance, right? So Spirit is saying, just keep going. It says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So know that your crown chakra is leading you right now. Your mind is telling you, let go what the heart wants, because what the heart wants has been toxic, right? This person could have been in your life someone who's did you right for a couple months and then all of a sudden they ghosted you. And then you were trying to figure out, well, why, what happened, and then they came back because you called them back. And then they did it again after a couple months. They couldn't be stable. They were immature with you. They were playing games like a little kid, you know, run, chase me, come and get me, that kind of foolishness to keep control over your emotions because they couldn't regulate theirs. And every time a person does that to you and they leave, it leaves a sense of emptiness behind. Hence this Five of Cups, right? But Spirit is saying overcome your emptiness so that you can heal, so you can pour back into your own cup, so that you're not codependent and you don't rely on that person. That you're no longer committed, Hierophant energy. You're not committed to that toxic energy that keeps you bonded to them. That energy is unhealthy for you, and you know where this will lead, and you want your health back, your mental, your emotional health. You want that stability back in your life where you're in control of your emotions, that you're able to regulate your emotions, right? So, alright, let's maybe some romance angels. Alright. Something flew out at me. I didn't even get a chance to Alright, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So, again, happiness, better relationships, release, being released from that devil energy. It's what Spirit is saying you have to do for yourself. Let's take another one. Children. So, in this particular thing, it says your love life may be affected by children. If there's no children involved in your relationship at the time, sometimes a child or children can bond you to someone or send you away. However, it could be that you want children and maybe this person play games with you and you can't manage the children with that person because they're not reliable. Whatever the case may be, pick you up in your child if you have one and still move on. You can do it. You can do it. Find your support system and move on. Okay, what's next? And separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So again, and at the bottom of the deck we have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So, Aries, I would say, separation is on the horizon. You've already contemplated and you're putting things into action and into place so that you can separate, not necessarily comfortably because you still have a grieving period to go through, but in a way that you are not so codependent that you cannot do it. So Aries, this is saying, you're heading in the right direction. Let this go. It is unhealthy for you. It is all okay to move on. Don't let anyone tell you that you should stay somewhere that's toxic, that you don't feel justice or justified, that has you trapped in your emotions and your emotions keep pulling you back and forth. Yeah. And if you experience a period of loneliness, that's when you start pouring back into yourself. That's when you start applying self-love. Okay? My grandfather used to take a chalice like this, or a cup, really, and say he had dried powdered drink. He would put the powdered drink in one cup, some water in the other, and he would pour it back and forth to make an individual cup of juice versus, or iced tea, versus a whole pitcher if he just wanted a quick one. That's a form of alchemy. You take that powder, you take that water, you create that juice, and it's for that individual. So this is what temperance is representing, that alchemy of making something for yourself, loving yourself, balancing yourself out. Okay? So Aries, that is your energy reading for the month of September. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Love and light, peace and blessings to you all. Please hit the like button if this resonates. Please click share, subscribe, hit that bell, comment if it resonates in any way it did. And thank you again for coming to my channel.